What is going on? It is your man. It's coming. Does ASMR and this introduction video to a bigger series that I want to do in a little bit of a niche. So we're gonna just be looking at the 10 most beautiful Bleach Bankais ranked. We're gonna go into an entire depth. I have a system of anime power system where we're gonna be talking about powers, but I thought that we would take a break from the Hunter x Hunter. We'll get back to that shortly, but we'll just go ahead and look into this one right here before we get started. Please think about like, comment, subscribing. All of that is appreciated. I have a Q&A coming up for 2,500 subscribers we hit. Please think about dropping a question on any video at this point, and I'll add that. Probably get ready to do that in about 2 weeks from now. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get started. So it says 10 most beautiful Bleach Bankais ranked. When a Bleach anime explained its combat system, including Zanpakuto releases and Soul Society story arc, viewers say a rich variety of weapons in the hands of the Soul Reapers. The various Shinkai and Bankai had vastly different abilities, power levels, and designs and aesthetics. The beauty of a Bankai won't guarantee victory, but even so, the cultural Soul Reapers often care about the aesthetics as much as power. A few Bankai in Bleach are fairly generic or even hideous, and sometimes by design, such as Captain Kurotsuchi's Cortez living Bankai of the more beautiful blades and chains of Ikaku's Madarame's own weapon release. Meanwhile, some Bankai in Bleach are more impressive to look at, ranging from stylish and memorable visuals designs to becoming downright beautiful and elegant a few times. The characters have even commented on the beauty of Zanpakuto's release forms. The strongest Bankai in Bleach aren't always the prettiest, but there's a clear correlation between power and beauty. They say the visual aesthetic rely more on types of Zanpakutos and the wielder's capabilities with elemental and Gedo types, usually being better looking than melee Bankai, as much as this article was updated. And this article is from CBR, so like we always usually look at, but let's go ahead and get into the first one. The first one, number 10, is being Koko Goro Riku manifests a thundercloud of spirit lightning, and the wielder is Chizuru Sasuke. So it says the Bankai known as Kokoro Gonro Riku only briefly appeared in Bleach anime and didn't do much good, so his underwhelming weapon by most measures aesthetically is somewhat attractive as lightning-based weapon, and lightning tends to look great in various anime universes, although Koko Goro Riku ranks amongst the most beautiful Bankai. There are cool-looking Bankais out there. Yes, so Chizuro's Bankai was only demonstrated, but we got a little backstory of him fighting Genryusai and using it. Genryusai kind of sharpening up his toolkit and adjusting to the speed and everything like that. But Chizuru was definitely super fast with his Bankai, especially when he was a lot younger. We gotta look at him at the beginning of Thousand Year Blood War, right before, he ultimately faces his demise against the Stern Raiders and everything like that. But it was amazing. It was pretty cool. Chizuru's Bankai was used and stolen right before the initial Soul Society invasion, with Stern Raiders Driscoll Percy wiping Kokoro Gonro Riku during an off-screen battle. To Yamato's disgust, the stolen version of Chizuru's Bankai was weaker than the normal version, almost as though Driscoll was mocking Chizuru's true power. Overall, Kokoro Gonro Riku stands at the bottom of this list, largely because it wasn't showcased enough, which is fair. Number 9, Shirafude Ichimonju highlights the beauty of calligraphy in wielder is Ichibe. aesthetically looking and pleasing wise, Ichibe's Bankai isn't the best looking, but it's extremely strong at being able to wipe things from existence, like they mentioned here once before, and that's one of the reasons why I said I need to make an entire in-depth series because there's so many cool Bankais that need to go in depth and kind of see because they have full release Bankais, they have unreleased stuff. It's just all over the place, but it's really cool. But next one that we're getting into, number 8, is definitely one of my favorite ones that I personally want to look a little bit further into, and that's Konobiraki Binihime Atami is the Divine Crimson Princess. Kisuke Urahara's Bankai was mentioned briefly in Bleach's early arcs, with the Wood claiming that Konobiraki Binihime Atami was a poor choice for training others. The Thousand Year Blood War finally brought Urahara's Bankai to manga panel, revealing an enormous woman wearing a red gown. Hopefully fans will get to see more of Binihime Atami in the manga, where they felt there wasn't enough pages dedicated to the battle between Urahara and Askin. Yeah, that definitely that's something that you can't skip over, but his Bankai is so complex and so dope. Even so, readers were impressed by Urahara's eminently spectacular Bankai, and not just because of his physical beauty, despite the puppet-like appearance of Konobiraki Binihime Atami. That's a full name. The Bankai moves freely and gracefully, using his arms to protect Urahara or damage the enemy. The Crimson Princess of Urahara's pale compared to Rukia Snow Queen, but is adorably remarkable. He can use it to repair stuff. It's so crazy. It's such a complex one. Number 7, we have Katen Koyotsu. Karamatsu Shinju flows like poetry. Wilder is Shinsui Yoraku. And Shinsui's Bankai also is super dope. It's definitely one of the more complex, doper ones. Head Captain Shinsui Kiraku was slow to display the powers of his double-bladed Zanpakuto, not even revealing his Shikai Katen Kotsu until the battle for the fake Karakuta unfolded. He kept his Bankai hidden, but in the Thousand Year Blow War arc, Shinsui finally revealed Katen Koyotsu Karamatsu Shinjui in its all glory. Shinsui's mythical Bankai looks stylish and artistic as it spread across the battlefield like ink brushes resembling tree branches, giving it a cultural aesthetic. Shinsui's Bankai was so profoundly elegant, reciting a 4-act poem about tragic lovers to destroy the enemy without overwhelming force. When fully used, Katen Koyotsu Karamatsu Shinjui would decapitate any enemy, dooming them unless they can somewhat cheat death after decapitation. That's crazy. Wow. For number 6, they have Sanka no Tachi gets more beautiful with each stage. Yamamoto and Ryusai, they have the former head captain, Old Man Yamamoto. That's number 6. His Bankai probably by far is the best Bankai. Let's just get into Old Man Yamamoto was said to possess the strongest Zanpakuto in Bleach, which Ryu and Jinchaka producing enough flame to incinerate Soul Society. Fans went delirious waiting for Yamamoto's Bankai, but the Thousand Year Blow War made it worthwhile. Upon releasing San no Tachi, viewers are greeted by Yamamoto holding a rather ugly Bankai. However, that was just the first step in a series that only became more complex and aesthetic. The second stage of Sanka no Tachi reveals Yamamoto coated from neck to toe in a remnant of pure fire, blazing so that every water molecule evaporates from the surroundings. Yamato's Bankai goes into an anonymous third stage, but the sight of the undead warriors fighting on his behalf are unquestionably awe-inspiring. Although no Tachi's fourth stage lasted around the second, it clearly demonstrated the unholy beauty of Yamato's Bankai. Yeah, his Bankai being able to use north, south, east, west, the more and more used it was insane, and it's you watch was smart for not going out there and fighting him, because this Yamato was also nerved, and he was nerved because he had one arm and he never wanted or he meant to repair his one arm. He just had the one arm. members of Ragon Bankai, Kenshiro, Bunton, Veils, Shot, and a few others. I did, yeah, I forgot he tore his eardrums. Number 4 is Daigen Hiramaru featuring dazzling display of crystal ice. Now, before we get into this one in the top 3, I do feel like there's a bit of a bias, if I'm being completely honest. There is no reason to why Toshiro is always so high. I get he's a fan favorite, but we didn't even get to see the full capabilities of his Bankai. And if we just being honest, a lot of fights that Toshiro gets in, Toshiro usually gets saved or he gets bested. So Toshiro is a good character, but I definitely think out of if a character had to be overrated in Bleach, I do think that is Toshiro, personally for me. And it's don't get me, but this is based off most beautiful Bankai. So his Bankai is beautiful, but definitely one of the weaker ones because he just isn't full strength. Captain Toshiro Itsukai may be a child, but he is immensely talented and is determined to keep growing as a leader in the Gote 13. His Bankai Durigan Hiramaru Hinamaru has been growing right alongside him as a beautiful weapon of ice. It has shown more and more forms as Bleach continued. In practically every battle, Toshiro reveals a visually striking new technique with his Bankai. Durigan Hiramaru's Bankai looks cool when it gives Toshiro two icy wings and a giant flower behind him, and even looks more amazing when it's trapped. Dear Harry building a massive tree-like ice formation. Increasingly, Bleach fans got to see a hollow version of Durigan Hiramaru and Kisuke Urahara in the Suspect builds and added hollow essence to each stolen Bankai. Though that modification didn't last long, anime only fans will soon see the true future of Durigan Hiramaru in the up-and-coming fourth core of the Thousand Year Blood War. Yeah. So we getting up with some heavy hitters here. Number 3 is Zenbone Sakurai Kageyoshi blossoms like a neon sakura. Byakuya Kuchiki. So the Kuchiki siblings, two of the most beautiful Bankais in all of Bleach, starting with the overpowered Zenbone Sakurai Kageyoshi, which fans saw in the climax of the Soul Society arc. Ichigo faces deadly yet gorgeous Bankai on Yugo Yo, battling a veritable storm of tiny neon blades that resemble cherry blossom petals. Ichigo needed his own Bankai just to stand a chance against Captain Kuchiki, which he's not wrong. Byakuya definitely has one of the prettier Bankais. I would have to ultimately agree. His Bankai is definitely up there. And I'm not mad with him being top 3. I like it a lot. He's very creative and his Bankai is just super dope. Zenbone Sakurai Kageyoshi can also form a huge circular battle arena made of thousands of floating pink swords that to make sure no enemy can escape Byakuya's wrath. Also, this Bankai can rush inward and crush them in a ball, which Byakuya used to defeat Zomari. Although Sternrider F as Nazdo, Zenbone Sakurai Kageyoshi nearly killed Byakuya with it. The later managed to become even stronger in the royal realm. Number 2 is Shatatsu Kagura Shigarami no Totsu weaves gorgeous tapestries. Wilder is Senjimuro Shutara. Senjuro Shutara is a member of the Squad Zero, meaning her Bankai is enormously powerful and dangerous to use, not to mention visually dazzling and exciting to watch in action. Senjuro was the one who invented the Shihakuso uniforms that all Shinigami wear, so he has a clothes Shinkai and Bankai to match. Her Bankai is Shintatsu Garagara Shirami no Totsu, which can only be activated with the sacrifice of 3 other Squad Zero members. Shinjumaru's incredible Bankai wears a golden loom that weaves colorful clothes, trapping the enemy in their own fate. The Bleach fans saw Bankai in action when she fought the Standawai Shutsdavel, ensuring even the strongest Quincy warriors in an endless close to secure their doom. Only power of Udio's antithesis Shriv could resist the incredible power of Shintatsu's Garagara no Shirami no Totsu and defeat Shinjumaru in the end. It's a lot to say. Hers is kind of complex, but for number 1, let's see what's number 1. I can't Bankai and all of Bleach is also one of the most recent Bankais to appear. Hakano Togami Rikia Kushiki develops her Bankai in the royal realm, without which she could have never defeated Asnot during that battle in the Thousand Year Belt, which is definitely one of the better battles. The Asnot battle was crazy. Rukia's Bankai was an extension of her Shikai, Soda no Shirayuki. That's literally my PlayStation name. I've been having that name for like the last 3 years. I'm just Rukia is my favorite girl character in Bleach. So, and Okiota's my favorite boy character, sharing his theme of beautiful ice will being much stronger. In original Bleach anime, it was said that Rukia Soda no Shirayuki was the most beautiful Zanpakuto in the Soul Society. Hakano Tame's elegant form that proves that claim. When Rukia used her Bankai, she didn't just slay Asuna with daily ice, she also becomes a princess of frost and cold, making her like something out of a fairy tale as she would and more powerful than ever before. In fact, it's Rukia's eternal appearance that makes Hakano Tame the most beautiful Bankai in Bleach. And like I was saying, I definitely do agree that she definitely has one of the better beautiful ones. I'm trying to think if there's any more. Yeah, she's definitely up there. I think that was definitely one of the better battles. Just originally starting with Asnot and Byakuya, and then Asnot and Rukia, because it was really get back, and for it to come full circle was definitely really dope. So I can't disagree at all. This was a very interesting list. Let me know what you thought. What was your favorite one on here? And I definitely come up with a series in the future explaining these up, like the Zanpakutos and everything. Like I said, I wanted to take a step away from Hunter x Hunter for a quick second. So y'all let me know what y'all thought. It's big and man. It's comments.